In terms of the costing elements in the game, to have a look at the cost tab area, if you press C on the keyboard, it brings up the cost page. So I'm in a new project here and the cost is zero because we haven't started to do anything yet. In terms of the labour, every minute that the game is played equates to a cost of £16 essentially. So the idea is to get the pupils or players to plan ahead their buildings and hopefully take as little time, or the less time they take, the less the project will cost essentially in terms of labour costs. There are also costs then for blocks, and you can see now 1 minute has passed when I've been in the game and that cost has changed to 16. Whenever we start to place blocks, you will see that this cost will start to rise. Items relates to the health and safety, personal protective equipment, clothing. So previously, whenever we had put that on the character, that went from zero up to £100. And we've also fines built in to try and encourage the players to plan out ahead and not to knock elements of the building structure down, otherwise there'll be fine associated with that. To demonstrate how some of the costing works, I'm going to go into the inventory and just bring really a few elements in here to demonstrate. So I've brought a brick in, a red brick. So here you can see now 2 minutes has been played, and that equates to £32 in terms of labour costs. If I want to excavate an area for the foundations, and I go back in, you can see that a cost of £20 essentially has been equated to that. And then as I start to place blocks, again you will see that cost rising. Fines, a fine of £4,000 has been imposed on the overall gameplay, and the reason for that is that I have started to play without putting on the personal protective equipment. So if we go into a different view, if I need to escape out of that, go into a different view, you will see that the character here is just wearing their normal clothes. And what that means is if they start to build without the health and safety equipment on, they're going to get fined £2,000 for every block placed. So the cost of that can increase quite rapidly, so it's really important and to emphasise to the pupils to put on their health and safety equipment before they start to build anything. Likewise, if I go back into a different view and I then want to excavate blocks, there's a cost associated with that. So if I place blocks and then remove them, again the overall cost will increase, and my fines are increasing here because I still haven't got the health and safety equipment on. In the iBook associated with the game, all the costs have been laid out, so you have your labour costs, the fines are explained in here, how much the blocks cost, how much the concretes, the doors, etc. cost, so all that has been clearly laid out in the book to accompany the game. The only one change here, and it is stated on the BIMcraft teacher resource area on the website, is that the doors have been rounded up to £290 and £423 respectively, because the gameplay, the coding won't allow it. It won't recognise the decimal places shown.